Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome to Charleston, South Carolina.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today, like we mentioned, we are in Charleston, South Carolina. So for this weekend, we just decided to do a weekend trip over here to South Carolina, since I've never been here before, he's only been here once. And we're just gonna do a little tour, as much as we can see, of this city. So it's just gonna be a nice weekend getaway. We're gonna hit up the beach, see a couple sights, and then just head on back to Atlanta. So we're so thankful we're able to actually go out here and do this for you, since we love traveling and sharing our experiences. And if you want to see more, just click that red subscribe button there, as well as hit that bell notification and give this video a big thumbs up, because we do appreciate the support.
We arrived into Charleston last night around 10 p.m. so it was a little late. All we got to do was check into our hotel and kind of just explore a little bit of the grounds here, but everything was pretty much closing up by then, so we just kind of settled into our room. As you can see behind me, this is our room. We're staying at the Charleston Marriott, but today is our first full day here. It's Saturday, so we woke up extra early. Right now it's only about 8 a.m. and we're getting ourselves ready to head out. We're gonna go onto King Street, where we heard that's, you know, kind of one of the main areas in Charleston, in the town, to just walk around, find a place for breakfast, explore on our own. We're hoping to do a mix of things we researched online and also trying to ask the locals what do they recommend we see. We're only going to be here for really about 48 hours, so some of the things we know we want to see we have on our list, and we'll kind of venture out to see those things between today and tomorrow. A little bit later on, after we explore Charleston in the morning, we have tickets to visit a plantation, since we heard that was a must-do when you're here in Charleston visiting, just part of the history of the town. So we're very excited to bring you guys along and to show you a little bit of Charleston, South Carolina. So we just got out of the beach cafe and I got a Basil sunshine smoothie. So that place was actually recommended by a fellow YouTuber, and unfortunately I don't remember her exact name or channel right now, but if I find it, I'll link it in the description below. But it's very refreshing and a healthy way to start the morning. This is the outside of the market we were just in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And again, you can go inside, and just across the street there, we're gonna cross the street and go to a Christmas store. So again, we're just walking around the main parts of town here.
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
So hello, here we are. We just got done exploring the city of Charleston. So we just go a leisurely walk and explore the city, just, you know, at our own pace. So we got to see the shops that were sort of along King Street, which was pretty neat. Although many of them were not open, because it was, you know, a Saturday and they don't open until a little bit later on in the day. So we'll definitely check them out later on. Then we went over to the Battery area, which we explored the nice houses there, and oh my gosh, wow. What it would be like to live there. That would be super awesome right along the water. So now we made our way over here to Boone Plantation, and we have a tour scheduled here, so we're just gonna go at our own pace. It's a really beautiful and big property with rich history to it, so we definitely thought that was important to learn about.
It looks like with your admission ticket there's a lot that's included, so they recommend stopping by the visitor center here when you first park to learn a little bit about how everything works, what the tour times are, to take advantage of your day. But it definitely looks like you could spend a few hours here, so that's what we're going to do, and we're excited to bring you along. This is what a severe drought looks like.
Hello everyone, so we're back now. We just got back from the Plantation Tour, which was pretty interesting, I'd say. So we did a tractor ride there, which toured all around the plantation and showed the various crops, a little bit about the history of it and such. So that was very fascinating to hear about all the different types of plants and vegetables and even fruits that were grown there.
One thing that I thought was really interesting as you're entering into the plantation is you see all of these large oak trees, and throughout our tour she explained to us that those have been planted all the way back in the late 1700s. So it's amazing to see how they've finally grown very big and make a beautiful, picturesque entrance into the plantation.
So then we sat down and had a little bit of a bite to eat at the Butterfly Cafe, which was pretty decent.
And that is where we filmed that small little clip of us having our snack and trying the blueberry beer. Now, on our tractor tour, they told us that they have strawberry beer certain times of the year and blueberry beer that they make there with the fresh strawberries from the farm. But when we tried it, we weren't completely impressed. We thought that there would have definitely been more fruit flavor infused in the beer, and it almost just tasted like a regular beer like you would get at a bar. Either way, it was nice just to sit down and get out of the heat because it's a very hot weekend here in Charleston. So we had to come back. Obviously you can see we're back in our hotel room. We've freshened up, we're changed for dinner. We have reservations at a restaurant here down in downtown called Magnolia's, so hopefully we'll get some good southern food. But we came back for about an hour, just had a rest, had a shower, freshened up, and we're ready to see what the night has in store for us.
Alright, so here we are, it is day 2 now, and unfortunately we'll be heading back to Atlanta, but we also just wanted to update you about what we did last night.
So after our amazing dinner at Magnolia's, we ended up just exploring the area where the restaurant was down by the waterfront. We saw famous attractions here in Charleston, which is the Pineapple Fountain. We've seen it in a lot of different pictures and a lot of people's videos leading up to us visiting. Near there, we ended up finding a rooftop bar at a hotel down in that area. We visited there and got a few pictures, and then ended up finding a different dive bar at another part of town where we had a drink safely and spent some time before ending up heading back on our own. Charleston isn't open very late, with certain rules in place keeping businesses, especially bars, from opening very late. So after the dive bar, we walked down the main street that we took you guys yesterday, which was King Street, and noticed a lot of action, a lot of people. It was Saturday, so most of the people on the street were just looking for something to do, looking for a place to hang out. But as I mentioned, the city closed fairly early, and I would say around 10, 11 o'clock, the city was pretty empty. So we just headed back to our hotel room and called it an early night.
Yeah, so today we're just going to go back into town for a little bit more, and then we're going to head over and find ourselves a nice beach, and then hit up a small town along the way, and then head back. So unfortunately, it has been a short weekend, but it has so far been a fun weekend as well. So we're going to take you along with us as always, and let's get started with our day. so here we are, and we are on our way to Beaufort, South Carolina. It's supposed to be a small little town that we thought we'd check out along the way back, so we don't really know what to expect. And we were happily surprised to find that along the way, we just so happened to run into a little shop, and it was called the Carolina Cider Company, and they were heavily pushing this peach cider, which I've had before, I'm a fan of. So we thought we'd give it a try, and they're known for their peach cider as well as their apple pie, supposedly. So it's just a nice little shop that we decided to stop along and just check out, which was definitely worth doing. So if you're ever up in the area and you're heading to Beaufort from Charleston, it's just something cool to check out that helps to break up that trip. So first things first, when we get there, is we're gonna eat, because we really haven't done that since breakfast. So we did actually go to the beach, as you can tell. We decided to go to Sullivan's Island, which we would highly recommend over Folly Beach because it's more spread out, there's not as many people, not as busy. Although if you're into that tourist sort of mindset and you love tourist things, by all means go to Folly Beach. Due to this whole pandemic, there has been a lot of regulations, so we brought beach chairs, although we weren't able to use them, unfortunately, because I guess they don't want you really sitting and congregating on the beach. But we did take a nice dip, which felt very, very nice. Is that it?
I think so.
All right. All right, so we just got back from eating at Plums Restaurant here in Beaufort, South Carolina. And it was pretty nice. As you can tell right here, it's literally right off of the coastline. So it has a nice view you can look off at, and it has a nice inside and outdoor area. So we just stopped there to get a little bit of a bite to eat for lunch. So it was really good. I got a Reuben sandwich and he got a burger, and they were both really, really delicious. So now we're just gonna go and explore the rest of the city before we head back.